The fight begins now.
And welcome to the Patriot News Podcast. My name is John Crump. I am the host, and I'm not the only host. I just want to say, if you decide to give us some money to help us go, you can do that too, and that will be up on the screen shortly. I think there it goes. Yeah, so right there, patreon.com/John Crump. You can even help us. I'll let you know some of our projects, but I want to bring in a couple of our guests that we have today. And we are joined by my co-host, my esteemed co-host, one of the founders of the Patriot News Podcast, the heart and soul of this. And this is my political show and his political show as well, because it was actually his idea. His name is Ray Gitmo Haynes. What's up, Ray? How you doing tonight?
It's a beautiful night down here in Tidewater, Virginia. Not too hot, not too cold. Looking forward to getting into tonight and, crushing some liberals and bringing out, our take on the news.
Libertarians. Yes. And we are not only joined by Ray Gitmo Haynes, but we also are joined by someone who hosts a show that I sponsor called the Transfer Chronicles, who got a shout out on G-Web's show, which is pretty cool. Because he has 100,000 subscribers, 160,000 subscribers. And G-Web is actually talking about him. I don't know if he knew that or not. But his name is...
He's coming on the show tomorrow, actually.
Oh, that's nice, man. Good job. Yeah. Devin Perkins. What's up, my brother?
Not too much, man. Ready to kick back, talk about some fun stuff.
Yeah, you're going to do a shot, right?
Yes, sir. I will be there. Yeah.
Cool. We're going to have quite a bit of the Black Swan Media family there. I don't think Ray's going to be joining us, unfortunately. Yeah. And for Roger out there, I am not buying anyone food. You guys are on your own.
But you said you're buying us sweatshirts, right?
I didn't say that. Roger said that.
Right. Tell him to buy us Black Swan sweatshirts.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to jump into it? I want to throw a little curveball for us right now.
Run it.
And I want to talk about something that I'm going to break tonight, right here. On Patriot News Podcast, our political show. So if you like the gun stuff, well, this isn't for you.
we don't get me wrong. We love us our guns. However, this is more political.
Yeah, 99% of the stuff I do on my live streams and stuff is gun stuff. Gun stuff tomorrow, 10:30. We're going to be doing a lot with a bunch of people here. But yeah, this is our political show. And I see Nick out there as well. What is Nick saying? Roger is writing a lot of checks.
He really is. He really is.
Writing a lot of checks out. Yeah. But the thing is, he's not actually writing them. He's like saying, hey, John, you need to pick up this. I'm like, new. I want to talk about a story of Charlotte County Sheriff's Department. They were having an illegal list of gun owners by pulling data out of the Finder Pond system, which technically shouldn't have been possible, but it was a bug in the system, which I found out, which has now been fixed. But they made this list, and they had a local guy from the local AG's office investigating. He's like, nope, nothing wrong. There's no list. And it was a list. Definitely was a list. Rows and columns. The list. So I've been working this story, pounding the pavement forever on it, and I have an update. We now have the Attorney General, who refused to do anything until we started getting traction on the story. They have subpoenaed documentation, and they are investigating themselves, which is really cool.
No, it's good to see that there's being some actual traction to this, so that the travesty that is this list, and the travesty that the initial investigator is like, nope, not a list, totally not a list, nothing to see here, keep on moving, let's see what the next crazy Florida man story is.
Yeah, it definitely was a list.
Yeah.
100% a list.
Well, we broke this last week, and we, all of us here last week, we saw that for the very first time, and we're sitting there going, "Duh, what?"
Yeah, I didn't see it for the first
Right.
time. I saw it before, but
Yeah, the rest of us did, and we were all gobsmacked and at a loss of words for this list, this compiled list of purchasers and the criteria to make the list. Just it was insane to see that, and insane that someone could come by and say that's not a list. No, that was the attorney general, the local attorney general, trying to cover his own ass. And it's really good that they're coming back through and investigating.
Well, now it's definitely gonna be investigated. If you're out there, go ahead, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. We would definitely appreciate it. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because that's a little update that I have here, and it kind of sucks for people. I mean, I think they might be facing a class action lawsuit myself. Devin, what do you think?
Hopefully, I mean, gun owners need to start taking any and every opportunity to push back in some capacity. So yes, if they were smart, they would definitely be suing. I'd be suing because that's just a complete overbreach. And like I said, it's just another opportunity where Second Amendment needs to be defended. So don't be lazy and take the opportunity to defend it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I just wanted to touch on that a little bit.
Has
Sorry, what's
John.
that?
Oh, I was wondering if GOA has an official stance on this, or if they've issued any kind of statement.
Well, let me see here. I'm pretty sure that they do. And give me 1 second. I will bring it up for you, man.
Yay! The other question is, even though they're not our favorite people on the face of the planet, has the NRA even bothered to say anything? Or
NRA has. I don't think NRA has made a statement on it. GOA definitely has. Florida Carry definitely has as well. They're the ones who've actually taken the lead in this. They're doing really great stuff with this. Right up here is their statement. You probably can't read it, but I will read it for you guys. Gun Owners of America shared the concern brought into light by Florida Carry Inc. over the blatant mishandling and abuse of this data by Charlotte County Sheriff's Department and Sheriff Beryl Pullman in a clear violation of the Florida statute. Patterson told Amarilland, this is Matthew Patterson, my boss over there. This is not only unconstitutional, but unlawful. And this is not only unlawful, but is also unethical, but also demonstrates that law enforcement and other government agencies are more than willing to use data and information on gun owners to make a working registry, even if that means breaking the law themselves. And they go on to say it's a prime example of bad stuff out there, which is true.
I mean, at some point, you have to start taking what gun grabbers are saying serious. Over the past 3 weeks, we've heard Beto say over and over again that he's going to snatch AR-15s, that he's not going to snatch AR-15s, then he is, whatever, right? I watched Maj on stage in Chicago talking to these anti-gun, I guess these kids. It was some like future summit or something like that. And he had to ask the kid, he was like, so if I tell you I'm not going to sell my gun back to you, are you going to send the police with guns to get mine? And he was like, well, yeah, if you're going to break the law, then you're going to have to be persecuted. And this is what all of them are saying. Like, I mean, at some point, you got to take that serious and do something about it. I don't know exactly what we should be doing about it. Maybe y'all have a better answer, but I think at some point you have to at least check their rhetoric. Like, yo, like, cut that out. Like, you're not snatching anything.
Yeah, let's actually play the clip and we'll see what he actually said.
I do want to come to Congressman O'Rourke because I know this is personal to you. El Paso is your hometown. Some on this stage have suggested a voluntary buyback for guns in this country. You've gone further. You said, quote, Americans who own AR-15s and AK-47s will have to sell them to the government.
What the hell happened there?
Any time, you guys.
Well, not if you want to keep that 30% discount, you can't.
Okay, I have no idea what just happened, but yes, he does. He said that he wanted to take your guns. He said, hell yes, I'm coming for AR-15s, which is, I think he's honest.
No, he came out and flat out said that he's coming for our guns no matter what, and I don't think he anticipated the backlash he'd get for that. And one of the best memes I've seen is, him standing there kind of shocked, realizing that you can doctor footage from a Kentucky gun range to make it look like war-torn Syria.
Well, that was my favorite one too.
We'll get into that. That was not by the way. But yeah, it's ridiculous. He says that he's not coming for our guns, but he definitely is coming for our guns. I mean, anybody who says that he's not is delusional. That's what we've been saying about the left for a while. The left, not all the left, but the left gun grabbers. It seems like they're all most on the left, but the gun grabbers, they're definitely coming for your guns. They've been saying, "Oh, we're not actually coming for your guns," blah blah blah. But in the long run, that is exactly what they are doing. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them say, "Oh, we're not coming for anyone's guns," because they always do. It's just something that they do, and it's something that as gun owners we need to push back against hard. That's why I think everyone should be at the Second Amendment rally that's happening on November 2nd. You can find information about that at the banner that I have, or check my channel. I did interviews with a bunch of the organizers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely not a good thing, and he's definitely full of shit if he says he's not, trying to walk it back now. No, it's too late to walk it back. You said what you really wanted to say.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're talking about Syria, right?
Yeah.
You guys want to see the clip of the footage that they reported as being?
Yes, I haven't had a chance to look at that clip, and ABC edited this footage, applied filters, adjusted lighting, and then they said it was a mistake that this footage was ever aired and used. I hate to say it, but propaganda 101, yo.
It definitely is. And I'm one who thinks that we should be protecting the Kurds on this. So, but it's bad that they're using this. Let me get this up here. Sorry.
You're fine.
I like this. Mark, do you see this? Mark safe from the Turkish page in Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I believe we should be protecting the Kurds as well, but I honestly believe we should be protecting the Kurds. They've done a lot for us in the fight against ISIS. And we should be doing more for them and not turn our backs on them. But President Trump is, as much as I dislike the man, he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. If we put troops on the ground and that's deterring Turkey from attacking Syria, then we're putting Americans in harm's way in a conflict we have no business in being in. Conversely, when he pulls out of the endless wars that everyone hates and says we have no involvement in the Middle East, he gets crucified because he's not doing more to protect the Kurds. And we're in a damned if we do, damned if we don't situation over there right now. The Kurds have been a systematically persecuted people, and by all accounts, they have done nothing but assisted us, provided us with good intel, done some of the things we can't do because, well, they're not bound by the same rules we are. And it seems like we are turning our backs on them.
We definitely are.
Yeah, and that's not okay. But at what point how do we help them and not endanger our own troops' lives? Turkey Turkey shelled one of our encampments, and they said, "Oh, it was accidental." I'm not sure I believe that.
Turkey's ran by a madman who's definitely a dictator.
So I guess I don't know. What do we do, and how do we rectify this situation?
Yeah, it's a really, really bizarre time over there. Devin, what's your point on it?
Man, I'll be honest, I'm not well versed on what's going on. All I see is headlines. Like I saw that Pence struck a deal today over there. Other than that, I don't really know too much. Sorry.
But I do know of I love the sign behind you, by the way.
Oh yeah. That's on the GOA too.
Yeah.
On your website.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's rocking a hard place, but I think that we could do more to pressure Turkey. Turkey's not a good country. It's ran by a dictator. No matter what anybody says, he's a dictator. He's a thug. I mean, he actually had people beat up outside the Turkey embassy in D.C.
Oh,
whoa. Damn.
You guys didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, he had protesters outside D.C. embassy. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, yeah, and so he's a thug. He doesn't like criticism. He is definitely a thug, and that's why I know they're NATO, but it's just not. It's not a good thing.
Right.
Let me see if I can bring this up. Let's see here. It should be coming up now. Oh, there it is. So basically, he had these bodyguards go out there and beat up protesters. See him kicking right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dude's the damn thug.
Wow.
So I don't like him. But yeah, the Kurds have been our strongest allies in the Middle East.
No, they absolutely have, and it's sad that they came under fire in Iraq. They're coming under fire in Syria, and we do need to do more, but I'm not sure what we can do without endangering American lives and getting mired in another conflict.
I don't think we need to put troops over there.
Well, we moved our troops. We went to pull, we pulled a couple of operator groups out, and Turkey decides that it's a good idea to make an advance into Syria to attack the Kurds.
Yeah, so we Turkey billions of dollars. If you pull that, then they're not going to go in there. The first thing I would do is say, those billions of dollars that we give you, guess what? You're not getting them anymore.
True. Why are we even giving aid to Turkey?
We give aid to everyone.
We need to stop that because we've got so many problems here at home. Even if, without redistributing the wealth and without saying, oh, all these billions of dollars can go to social programs, if you were to ramp up infrastructure teams and actually address some of the crumbling infrastructure in America and use this foreign aid money, you could actually stimulate the economy, create jobs, and give people stable paths for the future, because that money's not necessarily going anywhere. The amount could probably be ramped down, but you would still provide for infrastructure and maintain and build and create and stimulate the economy with that money.
Yeah, we give Turkey $154 million a year.
Million or billion?
Million. So cut that. Then
what exactly?
Whatever. I mean, we give money to everyone. There's actually a good website that you can go and you can find whatever. It's let me see if I can pull it up here. It's see right here. Yep. So it's the USA website. You can find out how much money we give each country each year. It's all public information.
Wow.
But another thing we need to do is we need to stop selling them weapons. Then, if you're going to use it against our allies, we're not going to provide you with weapons. Which is even a bigger thing because they buy all their weapons, U.S. weapons.
Damn.
And they get a great discount on those weapons too.
That's nuts.
So that's what I mean, people don't know about this, which blows my mind that people don't actually know about this. Did you know about this, Devin?
That's some like Lord of War shit.
Great movie, by the way. My hero.
Great movie. I might watch that tonight.
There's also a good.
Say again, John?
Yeah. I think he left. It's just me and you.
Awesome! Oh, wait. There we go.
I hit the wrong button. There is a new series out there called Woo Assassins on Netflix.
You know, I've heard about this.
It is badass. Devin, you would love it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's like a Kung Fu series.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll check it out.
Dude, the dude just kicks ass.
I'll be honest. I watch a lot of podcasts until I just go to sleep. Like a lot.
I do a lot of podcasts.
I know.
I have one at 11 that I gotta jump on.
Ghost?
No, Clover Tax.
Oh. Yeah. What's the next topic?
I'm not even sure. I'll find out when I get there. Yeah. So Turkey is it's a bad situation there overall, and I think that we need to put pressure on Turkey to go ahead and just stop doing what the shit that they're doing. But there's a lot of dictators out there. There's another country out there that has dictators called China.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yo. Dude, I know his name's like taboo, but anybody see the cartoon that Alex Jones made about China?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. He does a voiceover of this dragon. It's like it's almost racist, but like I was laughing.
Hey, sometimes racist stuff can be funny. You got to be honest.
That's what I say. Like, as long as it's funny, like, say what you want to say.
It's like Dave Chappelle. People jump on him because he attacked. Oh, they attacked my group. He attacked my group. It's like, have you ever watched Dave Chappelle? He attacks everyone. He attacks himself. He attacks white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people.
Everybody can get
it. If it was one thing, if he just attacked one group, but no, he attacks everyone. It's great. I love his baby on the corner selling crack routine. Hey, baby, what you doing? I'm selling crack. I got mouse speed. I don't know if you've ever seen that or not.
Oh, I have it on DVD.
Okay. Yeah. That's like hilarious. But yeah, I just wanted to play a little thing right here. So here we go. Watch this shit.
Change and goes off when one of the students in favor of healthier lunches says they have the right to protest unhealthy options and have freedom of speech. Cartman then yells, "Yes, we do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you are not thinking about others and only thinking about yourself." Sound familiar?
We all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen. When you're not thinking about others, you only think about yourself.
As seen in that clip from ABC7, James gave that exact quote days ago when he was asked about Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey, who tweeted his support for protesters in Hong Kong and created a tidal wave of backlash for China. Following James' comments, the NBA star was heavily criticized for seemingly South Park has been in the news around the world lately for its comments on China and companies that do business with the country, including the NBA. As for the rest of the Wednesday show, the Comedy Central series went pretty hard at the new plant-based meat craze. Burger King was specifically targeted with its Impossible Whopper.
Come and visit your town's only plant-based burger joint.
I just wanted to play that. I love South Park, how they took LeBron's comments and they quoted it exactly from Cartman.
Perfect. Because, all right, you guys remember when, was it Megyn Kelly that told him to shut up and just dribble?
Yeah.
So, me and my cousin were having this conversation today at work, right? LeBron is a born and bred Nike child. From his AAU career to his high school career to the NBA, right? He has a lifelong Nike contract. I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah.
I believe he's one of the only people. He might be the only person that has a lifelong Nike contract. So when it comes to politics, yes, shut up and just dribble because you are a born and bred China puppet. Like, if any, I'm sure you guys know the NBA's number one viewers or viewing consumers is in China. Along with Nike sneaker sales, second highest country is China. Like, other NBA players here who get washed up go to China for another like 3-4 years and have a booming career, right? So China and the NBA have been in bed with each other for forever. So for the quote-unquote star of the league to come out and defend China like that, it doesn't surprise me at all. Because, one, LeBron's a very arrogant and he's ignorant and arrogant at the same time.
He thinks he's smarter than what he is.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just not. He's not. Like, and I bring it back just like you just did to something that Dave Chappelle said. He made a joke about when 9/11 was going on, the news brought Ja Rule on to get his opinion. Like, nobody gives a fuck what he thinks. The same thing applies to LeBron. Nobody gives a fuck what LeBron thinks when it comes to politics. Nobody. You have been a Democratic puppet forever. You were on stage with Hillary Clinton telling black people to vote for her. Shut the fuck up.
Being black, I take it that you supported Hillary Clinton?
Fuck no.
That was a joke, by the way. That's what you just said.
I'm gonna reserve comment.
Didn't you do a whole show on the Democrats and stuff like that?
Say that again.
Well, one of your first shows was dealing with the Democrats, right?
Bunch of them were. Well, yeah.
The first one.
We broke down the Willie Lynch letter and applied that to how people are politically strung to the Democratic Party. We exposed the Democratic Party.
That Willie Lynch letter, because a lot of people don't know what that is.
Oh, that is a letter that is. It's actually argued about if it's actually real or not. But regardless, the content of the letter is very accurate. It's just a breakdown of how to systematically enslave somebody. The story goes that this guy named Willie Lynch came to Virginia, saw that slave owners weren't, I guess, applying slavery correctly, and he taught them how to break down the family, separate the lead male in the household from the rest of the family, break him first, then you can break everybody else. Make sure to separate the mother from the son, so he's either over aggressive or either too feminine, something like that. I'm paraphrasing now, but it's just a whole breakdown of how to break a person, honestly, and apply it to slaves. So we broke that down in the first 3 episodes and brought it back to today and how it correlates to right now.
Yeah, there is an issue. I don't think that for some reason we're seeing the YouTube comments anymore. So
when I said Hillary, man,
We're seeing something. Yeah, they suicided your stream there. I'm gonna kick it over to Kim over here.
Fuck that. Hey. Never mind. I don't think I can do that on YouTube.
What's that?
I was about to say, Hillary can come here if she want, but if I'm going, I'm taking somebody with me.
Pull it up, man. Show it.
Oh yeah, you already know. It's around all the time.
Nice.
It's my
Nice.
new thing.
Yeah, nice. I'm gonna kick it over to Gitmo. Gitmo, what's up, man? You have something to say about this?
The Democrats have been
Being a white man, you need to have an opinion too.
right. Jesus. No. So the thing is that the Democrats have been. They are systemically trying to neuter the American population so that they can be our new evil overlords, and so that we as a populace are dependent on the government and we are enslaved to the government, because if the government is the source of your money, your food, your healthcare, your housing, your internet, the more things that they try and say should be free, that the government will provide and take care of, means the less choice that you have, and that you're being conditioned into slavery and into serving their
agenda.
Their agenda. They're supposedly altruistic and benign ways are actually a way of taking us and taking us down, so that we're left with nothing, and we're completely dependent on government. The Southern Democrats famously kept the blacks enslaved. Not that the North was not innocent in any way, shape, or form.
The largest plantation was in New York.
Not surprising.
But to another point, the first slave owner in America was a black man. They will never teach you that in a history book, ever.
And also the Irish were slaves too. So let's just get everything out there.
The Irish, the Chinese, everything. It's America.
Let me just be right up front. The blacks had it a lot worse than anyone else, but there was other slaves. I don't want to downplay what the blacks went through. They went through hell more than they're treated better. They're treated worse than.
Look, this guy is running Virginia. All right, we still got shit to deal with.
No, absolutely.
That's why
and
I can't this.
Yeah, well, the governor of Virginia was in blackface, and the AG of Virginia was also in blackface. And the lieutenant governor raped women. We're not doing very good in Virginia here. And somehow, the Democrats that's fine. They're fine.
It's fine. It's okay, guys. Just chill out. Yeah,
dude, if blackface, you're a fucking racist. I hate to say it.
The worst part was that he tried to say he was. All right, hold on. Let me ask y'all. What about this looks like Michael Jackson?
That does look like Michael Jackson.
Explain. What about this looks like
Michael Jackson? You know Michael Jackson always wore a bow tie.
Look, the hat. The hat. No. That's the hat from Moonwalker. That's the hat from Moonwalker.
I wish you could pull up a picture of Michael Jackson when he was black, right? Because I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson was white already when this would happen. I would love to see the comparison with this and Michael Jackson and trying to explain why that is standing next to this.
Where do you even buy a freaking Ku Klux Klan outfit?
He probably didn't buy it.
He probably just pulled it out of his closet.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's Halloween! Let me dust this fucker off real quick.
Yeah.
How stupid do you think we are for you to? Yeah, I used shoe polish, and I was trying to look like Michael Jackson. Again, for our viewers, bottom left, That's the perfect one.
Oh, let me put it back up. Yeah. Is that what he said? He said he was trying to look like Jackson?
Yes. And then he couldn't even remember. He had to ask his wife who he was trying to look like. And let's not forget, maybe 2 weeks after that, his wife was caught handing cotton balls to black kids at the mansion and telling them, wouldn't this suck to have to do this every day? Obviously, bitch, your husband already explained that. Like, what are we doing here?
I just don't understand. You know, if that was a Republican or if that was me, I would be freaking crucified.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm being accused of being a racist. Oh, I was accused of being a white supremacist Nazi leader. And I'm like, yeah, here's Devin. He's our member. It's like, Devin, you're a member of a white supremacist group now.
Yes. John, we have to make you a shirt that says worst white supremacist ever.
I know. I was like, I support a black podcast that black. Just like whatever. Just like whatever. You went after that.
Hold up. Let's be clear about that. You've interviewed Hotep Jesus.
Yes, I have.
Hotep Jesus is banned from TPUSA events for quote unquote being racist towards Jews. There is no you being his name is Hotep. That's Egyptian. Like, no, there's no racism when it comes to Black Swan Media.
No, but we're accused of being racist. Like, what are you talking about? Like, half the people, the president of Black Swan Media has black kids.
Right.
It's like you can't call us that. And as it's talking about 3UP, it's like the assistant leader, the second in 3UP, VA, is married to a black woman.
Moned.
Oh yeah, and yeah.
Just ignore that shit. It's Twitter, or not Twitter. Like, leave a troll.
Do you guys remember when Jafari Jones was trying to do something with us?
God. Okay, well, let me explain that. There was a guy named Jafari Jones. He was the leader of Black Lives Matter 757, right?
Actually, he was in Richmond.
Yeah, he was in Richmond, yeah.
Yeah, I had my eye on him like the whole time.
He wanted to come on the podcast, right? Because we had him on before, and that's cool. But we had guests, right? For like 2 weeks in a row. Like, we had a guest this week, we had a guest next week. And we don't usually book 2 guests on the same night because we don't know how long it's going to go with the guest, and that's not fair. So it's like, I can get you on in probably not in 3 weeks. So he wanted to come on. So what he did, he took a picture of the 3UP group, right? And he photoshopped out Roger's kids and photoshopped out Aaron's wife and said, look, a white supremacist group. And there were a couple of black members in there that he photoshopped out, and it was a really bad Photoshop too. So we had him and John Pruitt on the show. And I was like, dude, why did you call us? Why did you say we were racist? He goes, because I wanted to get on the podcast quicker. Like, you wanted to get on the podcast quicker, so you photoshopped the picture and you put it out to the world that we're racist.
Never mind calling the public guest line. Like, what the fuck?
I was like, what are you talking about? So
don't forget, one
big argument. I'm getting to you, Ray. There's a big argument.
No. There's the part I'm trying to say. One of our members down here in Zone 2, who's half Iranian, was trolling the shit out of him, and that's why he wanted to get on. Is because he was like, "You guys are a bunch of racists because this dude's trolling me." That's the part I wanted to add.
Look at this white dude trolling me. He's like, he's from Iran, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
So Ray got really mad at him, and that's Brian Solomon out there. Great guy, by the way, the Iranian guy, the guy from Iran. And so what did you tell him, Ray, that got him really pissed off?
Oh, I went on a rant, and I basically said, we're a diverse group. If you look at all of these members and you look at all this stuff that we've done and you look at all this other stuff, and all we want is an all-inclusive group where a gay marijuana farmer can guard their crop with a rocket launcher. And if you're too dumb to understand that, then go die in a tire fire, you thick-skulled asshole. That's basically what it finished up with. And dude lost his mind.
And he ended up, he was like, who are you?
All right. I have to tell you,
Right.
I was literally trying to hear anything that could have been perceived as racist. And there's nothing there. Like,
No, he was like,
I can't even reach for that shit.
I protected your people in Richmond. Like, who?
We weren't in Richmond.
I was like, we weren't in Richmond. What are you talking about? Like, there's Confederates in Richmond. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with us?
Oh, God.
We're not
Oh, that was... Yeah, that was...
like Confederates in Richmond. Who cares? That wasn't us.
Yeah, that was epic. And then that show was on a Thursday night, and then Sunday he had an arrest warrant out, and he was preaching at a church in Portsmouth, and he was live streaming his sermon, and Portsmouth police busted in and ended up live streaming his arrest. Later on that night, someone had tuned in who actually represented Black Lives Matter, and they listened in and they shot us a private message. They found us and they messaged us, and we ended up bringing them on, and they called Jafari out for being a fraud, for being in it for his own sole interests, and that they were actually seriously interested in our message and what we do and how we do it. It was epic.
It was like the vice president of the National Black Lives Matter, and he was like, and he was a nice guy. He said, I've listened to your show because Jafari was saying you guys are racist. He's like, I went through all your shows and I don't find anything racist about him. He's like, he's just a profiteer.
Yep.
And we thought that was kind of funny. But at Richmond, he was really nice to me. He took a picture with me and I sent it to John Pruitt, and John Pruitt just started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were recruited.
Oh, wow. I am on time delay.
He's doing shit with Moms Demand Action now. Which I was on a show with Moms Demand Action, and
yeah, how'd that go? I didn't get a chance to see it.
Oh, dude, it was. They tried to pull some bullshit, and I caught them out on the bullshit, and I wouldn't let them talk over me. So I was like, it was like incorrect. They're like, yeah, you can buy a gun online and have it shipped to your door. I'm like, incorrect.
Nope.
Let me know where.
Right?
They were like,
shit.
They were like, what else they say? They said, these new guns. I was like, name one military in the world that ever used a semi-automatic AR-15. There's none. Well, they're dangerous. They're this new type of gun. No, it's been around since 1955. So I had all the facts. I had my little sheet here. I wrote down all the facts there, and against red flag laws and stuff like that. I have statistics, all that stuff. I was prepared. It was supposed to be a friendly interview when they talked about outreach in Virginia. Grassroots group doing outreach in Virginia, which I knew it wasn't going to be.
Should have told them about Kids to Kings.
Tell us about that, dude.
Huh?
Tell us about that.
I can't.
I don't know. I've been seeing this hashtag around. So
I will tell you about it, but I can't tell everybody about it yet.
Gotcha. I also want to show you some products I got just to break out the monotony. This company called Cedar Mill sent me some cases. Here. Like a lock cut out. Then they sent me this case. This is going to be for my Henry. This thing is heavy as hell, and it's like waterproof, and I don't know.
Damn.
But Here is the case that I really like. Oh God! I'm gonna knock over my gun case. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a guitar case, but it's actually a gun case.
The classic.
Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about something else here. I want to talk about the event that we are holding in April, the Gunathon.
Yes. I'm very excited about that.
Tickets are on sale right now, so and they're going fast, really fast. We did a pre-sale. We sold a few, but then we announced that it's open to everyone, and it is going very, very fast. It's very easy to find out. You just go to gunathon.com, and there should be links to everything. I think I put up the links. Might have to check it out. Might have to put up the links tonight.
Word. And you just somebody just got added to the special guest list, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I have to check. We do have a special guest list, but that's not announced. But we are waiting to announce those. Yeah, and Gitmo, there is a time delay on the YouTube, by the way.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
I figured that out. Like I said, I'm over there chatting, trying to, talking to some of the people over there while we're live. And I looked up and I'm like, whoa. And then I was like, oh, wrong tab, numbnuts. Because Gitmo is real smart. I got one of them post hole digger thingies, them PhDs, because I'm just smart.
Yeah, so if you want to go help support us, go to gunathon.com. It's going to be a great event. Our speaker list is phenomenal, by the way. I mean, it really is. The special guest list. Everyone.
If we're being honest, this is the year for gun owners.
Yeah,
it really is. I don't like being new. I don't know if I've seen like this many. Has there been this many events going on in 1 year? I'm seeing more and more and more and more and more. John Frost.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? We just blipped out there. I don't know, but Gunathon is definitely going to be a good event. Our list is incredible, and we're going to get more support. I'm actually going to fly out to Vegas on Thursday, and I'm going to be meeting with some people out in Vegas about it.
Ooh.
So I'm all in. Devin got invited to go to Vegas, but he turned it down.
I had to turn it down. I had to.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Vegas in October, then again in January. It's supposed to be. Let's talk about the explosion. Did we look? We already talked about that. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of burning the midnight candle. Devin, you said you had something else
earlier.
Yeah,
I believe it probably had something to do with China.
Yeah, China is an evil, evil place. Do you think that, getting back to China, do you think that that these companies are choosing profit over freedom?
Duh.
Well, did you guys see the segment that Dix just did about how much money they lost and basically they didn't give a fuck?
$5 million.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, $5 million in product they destroyed.
Damn.
Which is stupid. I talked to a couple tax lawyers and they're like that they can't write that off. That's in the hole. And Dix isn't doing too good right now.
Is there a way to find out how much or how long Walmart's contracts with ammo companies still is?
Not right off the bat. And I don't think they're buying any more ammo. But they do have warehouses full of it, so they can sell that off.
Right. Because I was gonna say they definitely have restocked their shelves at the Walmart I go to.
Yeah, they have like 100 million rounds in storage.
Shit.
God bless Walmart.
So they're going to be selling it for a while before they run out, and they don't sell it anymore.
And I think it's funny. Like, I hope any anti-gunner that thought that was a win, is like, they really don't care about your stance. They just did that for public opinion, a quick publicity stunt.
Yeah,
because
this is
selling ammo. Like,
this is the ammo I use. It's Warriors Revolution, and the reason why I like this ammo so much is because the people who sell it are all in. They are true. This is their
people.
Yeah, this is the 300 blackout round right there. 9mm 300 blackout and 223 from Warriors ammunition. I used to shoot guerrilla ammunition, which is great, but I like Warriors because of their stance on issues. I don't believe in protest per se, but I do think that it makes it goes into my decision whether I'm going to do something. For example, the whole China thing, right? When I look at shoes, I take that into consideration. I'm not boycotting Nike, but that's one of the things that goes into my consideration.
All sorts of good shoes out there that are made elsewhere. Honestly, for my work boots, I prefer American-made boots, particularly Red Wing. They last, they're resolable, and they're made right here in the United States.
Yeah, some New Balance shoes are made in the United States as well.
I got a lot of New Balance.
I like New Balance shoes. They're like the best.
Yeah.
But but it does take consideration, and I'm not going to watch the NBA this year because that takes pandering to a whole another fucking level.
See, I'm a Lakers fan, right? But I've hated LeBron my entire life. So I haven't been watching the NBA because he's on the Lakers for the next 5 years anyways. So it's just piling on. Like, now I really don't want to watch this shit. Because now you're acting like a bitch in my uniform. Like, cut that shit out. Go back to Cleveland.
What do you think about Gibbo? What do you think about all these companies bowing down to the power of communist China?
I'm not a fan of it. Don't get me wrong. The companies are allowed to do what they want to do. It's their corporate decision-making process. It is whatever. But companies like Blizzard issuing 1,000-year bans for talking about what's going on in Hong Kong, the way that they censored that guy, the hosts, I make a conscious choice to watch where I buy and what I buy. Obviously, we're never going to get away from it. If you use a smartphone, most of your devices, you're never necessarily going to get away from China as a whole. But, their business practices, the way that they will get a product, they will steal products, corporate espionage, or just straight up at trade shows lifting a company's, free demo so that they can copy it in the cheapest way possible and then market it as authentic. I've never been a big fan of China and their business practices, and the fact that, President Trump said he would be so hard on President Xi, and he's not really. These tariffs aren't doing anything except for hurting a common American, because a lot of people can't afford to not buy things that were made in China. It's sad that China owns a lot of our debt, and we are slowly but surely becoming China's bitch. And, I really think that we as a country need to evaluate our relationship with China and stop doing as much business with them. I think that going off topic specifically from China, but if you look at like the auto workers unions, they are killing the American car industry because you've got people who are getting guaranteed raises who don't have to get a promotion per se, and you're getting $30, $40, $50 an hour to mop a floor. That's not right, because you're taking, and that's the strength of the union, and that they're able to get that. I honestly think that if we did away with some of these unions and actually brought some of these wages back down to a normal level, you'd see more employment. You'd see better returns on American investment, and you'd see American industry return. And China has a lot to do with that, because China doesn't care, and they will pay underage labor, slave wages. And if you get hurt, they'll just pull you off the line and put another person in. Unions served their purpose, but at this late stage of our capitalist and at our stage of capitalism and the way our level of industry, they are slowly but surely killing the American labor force.
What do you guys think about the Target thing, where employees, since they went to $15 minimum, employees got all their hours cut because the $15 minimum, which causes them to lose their health care because they're not working enough hours. And now they're complaining because the $15 minimum actually made them cut staff.
You know what's weird? Walmart just dropped their new healthcare center and healthcare plan. That's like really, really cheap. But I think it's exactly what everybody said was going to happen when they fought for 15. People were going to cut hours because they can't afford to pay people that much. And people essentially are going to lose benefits. Some people are going to lose jobs. And
yeah,
you're not going to be able to afford to live, essentially.
I will pay more at a mom and pop shop for a similar product of same quality, specifically because that money is going back to a mom and pop shop, and I see the benefit in my locality. Fight for 15 does nothing to actually address wage inequality, because then you take skilled labor, and the more skills you have, the more obviously your buying power is, and so all of a sudden your skilled labor gets out of the skilled labor market because they can work some menial job where they don't have to be skilled and they don't have to take the risks, or
right.
And so then you have to raise the cost of your skilled labor. So your skilled labor costs go up, which means all of a sudden there's more money in the economy, which means the prices of goods goes up, because now, supply and demand, it's basic economics. I've been saying for years that America does not have a minimum wage problem. We have a money problem. And the fact that our money is not based on anything real, we can print as much as we want. And when you start doing things like the federal government has with guaranteeing home loans through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and when you start talking about, what the hell's the nickname for federal student loans? You're guaranteeing colleges will get X amount of money, so there's no incentive.
Is that it?
FAFSA. There's some nickname for the program, and it's a woman's name.
Fannie
Sally
Mae?
Mae, maybe Fannie Mae, Sally Mae, something. I thought it was Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were the mortgages, and Sally Mae might be the college loans. Whatever, it doesn't matter. When you start telling a college that they will be guaranteed to get X amount of dollars per student that signs up, then you lose the competition to get into schools. Schools can then start charging whatever they want, and the government will adjust their rates to match, particularly when you do it. Okay, in the next 5 years, the cost of going to the school is going to go up 10% each year. And the federal government writes that into those loans. And then you lose the fact that colleges are trying to compete and offer the best product they can for the lowest price that they can, which then just creates more debt and more people who can't pay back that debt, because now you supposedly have this talent pool, and where you used to have maybe 10, 15 you'd have 1,000, IT managers who were computer science guys. Now that number is tenfold, and the number of jobs hasn't stayed. Now they can pick their clients, and they can pay less because there's someone else who technically has the same degree. The rule of good intention applies with all this government intervention, and goes back to my point before about when you tell the government, when you give the when you sign your soul and your education over to the government, then you've lost your ability to fight back and to make your own way and to do better for yourself ever. If you look at housing, the cost of housing has gone through the roof because the government will guarantee loans, and they actually wrote legislation that said that banks will relax their lending standards under the guise of the Fair Housing Act. Yes, there was discrimination. Yes, there were problems, and yes, it wasn't necessarily right. But then you get the government guaranteeing loans, and so now anyone can get into a home. There's a shortage of homes, so you start creating this thing, and the price drops, but then it goes back up, and slowly over time you get overinflated home values. People who live in a military area are boned because
inflated.
Yes.
Okay.
You live in if you live in a military area, you're boned because oddly enough, apartments start at the lowest BAH rate, and people can't get out on their own because they can't afford it because they don't have the government subsidizing their entire housing. Military housing is traditionally subpar housing. It's one of the most neglected things on the base. And so no one wants to live there. There's not enough space on the bases for all the members there. The housing is shit. So it just creates this inequality in the surrounding area. So you have, it's not good. These guarantees are not good for, they're not good. Not saying that as a former military member, that the BAH wasn't amazing to have, but at the same time, it would have been better if the housing was slightly more affordable and my BAH check didn't go directly to all of my rent, that I could have used some of it for some of my utilities. Again, I think that these government guarantees are destroying America, and this fight for 15, mom and pop shops, local industry, they can't afford to keep up with it. And so these giant corporations, now they're cutting back hours. They're cutting back personnel. Self-checkout in Walmart used to be 1 or 2 lanes. Now they've got 10 registers that are always open that you can just boop right through. And all they have to pay is one door checker to make sure that you're not robbing them blind. You look at stores like
McDonald's.
Perfect. Yeah, McDonald's. The McDonald's near my house. I can walk in there and I can custom order a burger at my own pace, at my own leisure, and going in there with all the kids and the entire family and just having them being able to go, okay, this is what I want. And I'm not holding up a line. I'm not doing all this other stuff. It's so much more convenient. And now I've taken 3 employees' jobs because that one job of expoing and make sure the food, they pull the food from the kitchen out, is being replaced by automation. And a mom and pop burger joint can't afford the automation, and they can't afford the $15 an hour. McDonald's sure as hell can afford the automation, and they can sure as hell afford, especially once they start cutting other positions. And it's tragic that, again, we have a money problem, and that money problem isn't going to be fixed by raising the minimum wage.
Very good. I mean, that basically killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you go, I do want to bring up one more thing here. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here. Hold on. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to share my screen here. And it's something that we are doing with Canic.
Janik.
Yeah. It is, whatever. I'm pronouncing it the American way. But it is pronounced Janik. But yeah, whatever. It's right there. It's the 2A project. Go to 2aproject.com. And basically what we are doing here is for a single mom, we are going to be giving away a Canic gun in training. It's very, very simple to enter. All you need to do is make a little video. It can be Facebook, Instagram, or whatnot. Like my Facebook page. That's how I'm getting in contact with you. And just make a little video, and my Patreons over at Patreon, John Crump, will choose the mom to get the gun. If you're a mom, you can make the video yourself. If you know a single mom and you want to make a video for her saying why she should get the gun, we'll do that. After this, I have other projects lined up to give guns because the whole goal of the 2A project is to arm America. I'm thinking about doing an AR for a dad, single dad. But right now we're doing a Canic. It runs through the end of November, and the winner will be chosen by my Patreons, and we will award the Canic to the mom and then get her training so she can get trained up and get a concealed carry permit or just know how to use it for home defense.
Can I add something to that?
Go right ahead.
We actually did a affordable firearms review on this gun. So if you go to my YouTube page and look it up, you can literally see the Century Arms rep telling us everything about this exact firearm. Sweet.
Yeah.
If you wanted more information about this gun,
it's a very good gun. It's
awesome.
I wouldn't put a gun that's not going to work in someone's hands, but it is a very good gun. And sorry for the people over on YouTube. For some reason, not all the comments are coming through.
Damn it, Bobby.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a very good gun. We're also gonna be giving more of them away in the future and other guns. Like I said, after this project, I'm gonna do an AR for a dad. And it's not gonna be a cheap AR, it's gonna be a pretty badass AR for a single dad. Black Swan Tactical members are not allowed. Our Black Swan Media members can't do it. Sorry, Ray.
No, that's fine. I wasn't expecting to. I just, I really appreciate, as a single dad, I really do appreciate and have an affinity for what we're doing for people who, it is a struggle as a single parent. And, what we're doing and how we're doing it and how we're accomplishing it, just absolutely, I rock on. And yeah,
I give away a gun a month, basically, eventually.
Sweet.
So like November, we're at the end, we're at kind of, halfway through October. So at the end of November, we're going to be doing this one. Then end of December, it's probably going to be the AR. End of July, I don't know. We might, not July, January, we might choose, someone who is underprivileged to get a firearm from like an inner city or like Philly we can do it with Maj or something like that for January.
That'd be freaking awesome.
The goal is to get firearms in responsible people's hands to expand the Second Amendment rights, and not only that, but also give them a little bit of safety.
No, that's super cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're not doing it all like, oh, here's a gun, you don't shot a gun. Here you go. Go have fun. We're actually going to teach them how to shoot through, we're going to pay for training for them.
No, that's super awesome.
That's why everything I raised through John Crump, my Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump, all that money goes to the 2A project.
No, that's super cool.
Awesome.
That is really super cool.
All right. Well, we're going to start wrapping up here. So I just want to say thank you for joining us. Gitmo will be right back in a second. So I will kick it over to Devin to see if he has anything.
Well, like I said,
hit the wrong button. I meant to put you on full screen. I removed you.
Oh, all right. Like I said, the show tomorrow, Pete from Gun Websites is going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about everything from the Shooter's Almanac to the 2A rally to online content, everything. So you can tune in 8 to 9 p.m. For another good show. Also, it's getting closer and closer to the time. Make sure November 5th, ballot 316 in Philadelphia, Maj for Philly, Maj Toure. Vote for him for city council at large. Like I said, anything that you want to do from donations to volunteering, go to the website, majforphilly.com. That's it.
Yeah. I have your thing up on the screen, and you're going to be at SHOT Show, right?
Yes, sir. I'll be at SHOT Show.
Any other events you're going to attend coming up?
2A rally, November 2nd. Everybody else should be there too. I believe it's the West Capitol lawn in DC.
Yeah.
I already told, some of the people who are running it that I'm game for any volunteering that they need me to do because I'm right here. So, yeah, everybody else should be there too. I think they said it's up to like 5,000 people registered. So, yeah, it's going to be a good showing.
I'm going to be doing the live stream apparently and doing interviews of the speakers as they get done speaking. Cool. So I'm very happy to be able to do that for the rally.
Awesome.
Which should be really cool. I got to bring my camera. Cowboy.
I'm coming with gifts. I'm coming with some gifts to the rally.
I'm coming with tons of constitutions to hand out. Seriously, if you see me,
let me get some too.
Constitution.
Let me get some too.
Yeah.
Hey,
like 500.
Quick, do you think we're gonna get protesters?
No.
Man, I love protesters.
Gun rallies don't get protesters. People are afraid to get shot. I mean, I know it's not a carry event, but yeah. Plus, the Capitol Police, they don't mess around, man. They'll bust some heads.
That's true.
One of our good friends can't go because his ex-wife is a cop there.
Damn.
She's working the rally, so he can't go because of that. Kind of sucks.
Wow, that does suck.
Yeah, you know him.
I know.
But yeah, Gitmo, you got anything for us?
No, I just want to say thanks to everyone who joined us tonight. I'm not going to be able to make the Second Amendment rally, and I'm actively planning the being at the machine gun shoot for Gun Owners of America. I just want to say thanks to all our listeners, thanks to all our watchers. It's really good to be back in the new format. Support Gun Owners of America. November 5th, make sure you go out and vote.
Yeah, we're going to need you out to the vote, especially in Virginia. The Democrats are pushing hard as hell.
Yeah, they're going hard for leather, and you see, honestly, behind Devin, you see what's currently leading us, and you look at guys like Tim Kaine, who is a Hillary sycophant, and you just look at all these all these choices, and we definitely don't need to go Democrat again, and we need to get back to basics and make sure that our liberties and freedoms are secured, especially in a linchpin state where liberty was founded here in Virginia.
Yeah, it's really good. I will not be on the show next week, so I'm not sure if we're gonna have a show. If Gitmo and Devin want to get together, I mean, we can definitely work something out where they can do a show. But I might come on it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I gotta go to Vegas to pitch some GOA stuff and to make an appearance at a shoot, which is kind of fucking crazy that I'm getting flown out to Vegas to make an appearance at a shoot, which is blows my mind.
Yeah, no, Devin and I can run a show next week. That's not a big deal. I love working with Devin. He's a pretty smart guy, very informed, loves opinions. Just need you to
appreciate you.
Yeah,
I just need you to brush up on your politics just a little bit more, brother.
Always.
So, but I look forward to running in next week, John. I hope you have a literal and figurative blast out at SHOT Show. I'm so jealous that you guys are all going and I can't.
Oh, SHOT Show is in January. This is another thing.
Oh, never mind.
This is Red October.
Right. Let me just shut my whore mouth. It's such a pretty one.
It's according to one of the people that commented. Yeah. Are we getting Facebook things now? Okay. I don't know. Our thing's all screwed up. But yeah. So if you guys want to go ahead and join GOA, you can join GOA by going to gunowners.org/black-swan-media, and you can get $10 off, and you can join for only $15 a month. Tomorrow night we are going to. I don't get this shit. I see Dental Horse over there. But it's not popping up over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Damn thing. But never mind. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Remember, this is what we do. Like being on Clovertac. Clovertac's podcast got canceled tonight. I got the email while we were on there. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway for this. I haven't decided how. It's a Survivor Filter Pro portable water pump. Pretty good. And tomorrow night, 10:30, we will be having a roundtable talking about some stuff with a bunch of random guests. If you want to be on the show, just go ahead and drop me a line on Facebook. Maybe I'll add you. Yep, that's it. That's all.
Tomorrow? 10:30?
10:30, yeah.
I might jump on there after the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with your show or Gizzard Gary show, which are 8 and 9. So I just want to put it at 10:30.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, and we're going to be having a blast. They're going to be talking about what the hell are we going to be talking about? It's a free for all, so we can talk about anything. But we definitely will be talking about the 2A project. 2aproject.com. Right now we have no entries, so maybe you might be the only entry and win a Canic, which would be very easy. But we just announced it, so I'm sure we just announced it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And make a video. So I wasn't expecting anyone to have a video on the first day, but I do know people are working on it.
Yes, we are.
I want to give a shout out to 3upva.com. Read my stuff at Amaland. Go over to Amaland, read my stuff. It's pretty good stuff. I think so. We got some big ass stories coming up. That's what I'm going to be doing after this, working on stories. Devin's podcast is part of the Black Swan Media family. I don't say company because we're more of a family. And you can find all Black Swan Media stuff at libertyreport.co. That is our written forum over there. And follow me on Facebook, The Real John Crump, Twitter, CrumpySS, Instagram, Real John Crump, Patreon, John Crump, and check out Black Swan Media Group on Facebook. And I think that's all I have. Pretty damn long, right?
You got everybody though.
All right. I guess we'll see you next week, or maybe.
Sounds good. Have a good week, guys, and look forward to it. Be safe on your travels, John.
All right, I will, and hopefully we'll be able to join, but I don't know. I might be. It'll be 6 o'clock out there, 6:30 out there, unless you guys want to do it early, which you guys can. So I might be eating or doing something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But look out for them. These guys are great. Gitmo, it's been 5 years since we started doing this on Now Remove Video. We're doing audio only. Now we're doing video, which is cool. And I will see you guys later. Remember, the Second Amendment is the only right that cannot be taken away. It can only be given away to protect yours. And remember, thumbs up, everyone. Thanks. And also remember that go Nats. Nationals, World Series. I don't like baseball. Right, bye. I do like the Nationals. My hometown, man. Stop laughing, Gitmo.
Look, the only reason I'm laughing is because the Pittsburgh Penguins or not the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Pittsburgh Pirates were mathematically eliminated about 3 days into the season. So, go figure.
What?
the Nationals were like in last place in May.
Oh, I'm aware, and the Penguins still were behind them.
Pirates.
Whatever. It's been one of those days. I quit. Game over, man. Game over.
I just want all the Pens to be ran over by Zamboni. All right, that's the final word. Bye.
Bye.